This is the Chefs Inc. News Podcast. News for chefs, created by chefs.
Guten Tag and welcome back to Chefs Inc. News. Today we must discuss something very, very schwer. A heavy topic, yeah? It's a crisis that is landing hard on every cutting board in America.
That's absolutely right, Chef Antonio. The media is calling it the Great Beef Breakdown of 2025. But this isn't just a headline.
No.
It's a story with all the ingredients of a political thriller. And the consequences, well, they're being felt in our restaurants every single day.
Yeah, and at the very center of this storm is a big, big decision from the White House to bring in much, much more beef from Argentina. Dr. Sophia, can you break down the numbers for us?
I can, because they are quite shocking.
They are quite shocking.
They are, Antonio. The administration is quadrupling the low tariff import quota for Argentine beef.
Wow.
We're jumping from 20,000 metric tons all the way up to a staggering 80,000 metric tons.
Das ist unglaublich. 4 times the amount. And the reason, they say, is to help with prices, yes?
Exactly. The stated goal, at least on paper, is to give consumers some relief from these historically high beef prices.
Right.
And let's be clear, those prices are astronomical. We're seeing an average of, $9.69 a pound for retail beef. For a family, for a restaurant operator, that number is terrifying.
It is. As a chef, I see the invoices. It is a pain in the heart. But this is because our own cattle herd here in America is the smallest it has been since 1951.
Yeah.
Can you believe this? Since just after the Second World War?
It's hard to imagine. The data shows years of devastating drought, especially out in the West, forced ranchers to sell off their herds just to survive. They had no water, no grass for grazing. So now we have this massive domestic supply shortage.
So the administration presents this Argentina deal as the fix.
Right.
But our ranchers, they are not happy.
Not at all. It has ignited a complete firestorm with the very people who raise our cattle.
Yeah.
These are farmers who have been struggling for years, and they are calling this a gut punch.
A gut punch from a president they overwhelmingly supported. You know, I was reading about a rancher in Oklahoma, a woman named Destiny Weeks. She said her family was finally seeing a profit after a decade of struggle.
Wow.
She said this feels like a slap in the face to rural America. It feels like the government is actively undercutting them.
And you can understand that frustration when you look at the trade balance.
Okay.
The U.S. buys over $800 million worth of beef from Argentina. In return, do you know how much we sell to them?
I am afraid to ask.
A mere $7 million.
Oh, wow.
It's a completely one-sided street. So the ranchers argue the problem isn't a lack of supply, it's a lack of competition here at home.
The big 4 meat companies.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know this story.
4 giant corporations control over 80% of U.S. beef processing.
80%?
And they are squeezing both the farmer on one end and the consumer on the other. So, Antonio, from your side, from the chef's perspective, this is a nightmare, no?
It is a strategic disaster. Your main product, the beautiful steak that is the heart of your menu, is up almost 14% in cost this year. And the experts, they say there is no relief until late 2027.
And if you do that, what does that do to your restaurant's identity?
Yeah.
Do you become a place only for the very wealthy?
Genau. Or do you subtly shrink the portion from 12 ounces to 10?
And hope no one notices?
And hope nobody notices? Or do you start writing love poems on your menu about your fantastic new pork chop? Steakhouses are being forced to redefine themselves in real time. It is a crisis of identity.
And while we're looking all the way to South America for a solution that, might not even work,
Right.
there's a new threat developing right on our southern border that sounds like something from a horror movie.
The screwworm. I have been reading about this, and it is very, very frightening.
It is. It's a flesh-eating parasite that has appeared in Mexico, and it poses a direct biosecurity threat to our own already strained cattle herd at a time when we should be doing everything possible to protect and rebuild our domestic supply. Our focus is being pulled thousands of miles away.
It makes this whole import strategy feel like a very short-sighted gamble.
Yes.
It feels desperate.
It feels even more so when you uncover the geopolitical layer, Antonio. This isn't just about the price of hamburgers. The financial analysts are connecting this beef deal to a massive $20 billion currency swap agreement to help bail out the struggling Argentine economy.
$20 billion? Wunderbar.
It's a move to support a key political ally in President Milei.
Okay.
And to strategically push back against China's growing economic influence in South America. So the American chef and the American rancher, we are essentially just pawns in a global chess match.
So what is the bottom line for our listeners? The chefs, the hotel managers, the operators on the ground. What do we tell them?
The immediate future is all about one word: adaptation.
Adaptation.
It means aggressive menu engineering, finding value in underutilized cuts like the bavette or the terrace major. It means being brutally honest and transparent with your customers about why prices are what they are.
Yeah.
It means seriously exploring other proteins. This isn't a temporary market fluctuation. It's a deep structural shift.
This is a tough new reality. This episode of Chefs Inc. News is proudly sponsored by Chefs Inc. Miami. Stay hungry for news.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. As this crisis unfolds and you're faced with these impossible choices, where does your responsibility as a chef and business owner truly lie? Is it in protecting your bottom line at all costs, even if it means sourcing cheaper foreign products?
Or does it lie in doubling down on a food philosophy, supporting the American rancher and our domestic food system,
Right.
even if it means higher costs and tougher conversations with your guests? It is a question of business versus belief. Danke schön for listening.